Hey everybody, good morning. This is James Murphy. It is the beginning of my trip to the Grand Canyon. I just want to say thank you to everybody who's helped make this happen, make this possible, especially my wife and my kids. I'm going to dedicate the run to all of you. I'll be running miles for everybody. And I just want to say, you know, this is so exciting because this is why I set goals. This is why you should set goals. It's because it's that moment, it's like that tipping point where you take something that's a thought or an idea. You know, my running the Grand Canyon was just a thought. It was just an idea 6 months ago. And now all of a sudden it's becoming reality. You know, I made it through security, it's early, I'm on my way to Phoenix here in about an hour at the airport. And this is like the moment where it's like becoming real and you get that nervousness, you get that excitement, you get that enthusiasm going. So stay tuned, it's gonna be a great trip. I'm gonna keep bringing you some videos over this week. Thank you again to everybody who's helped me to make this possible, make this happen, and keep running your race. The video is gonna continue. Hey, good morning everybody. So here I'm at the Grand Canyon. Beautiful little elk right here behind me having breakfast. Good morning.
You could see both bridges from that spot.
So you can see over here is the Bright Angel Trail coming straight off there, off the point, and then it's going to drop down. You can see through there to the Colorado River, and then where I'm going to be running is back up here through Phantom Ranch, all the way back up through this ridge and this rim over here to the North Rim, way up there at the top. So it's pretty impressive. It's about 24 miles, 1,100 vertical feet, and we'll be doing that on Thursday, going over, and then Friday coming back. Hey everybody, this is James Murphy. I just want to say thank you to all my friends and clients and people who have supported me to come and do this crazy rim-to-rim run. Really appreciate it. I can't tell you how much your love and support means to me. And I'm going to show you the route in a little bit here, and hope you continue to have an outstanding day, and just know I'll be thinking about all of you, and really just want to send my deepest thanks and gratitude. So there's the Bright Angel Trail, and it comes down, all the way down, all these nice switchbacks, more switchbacks, more switchbacks, down, as it comes down, all the way down the canyon here into Indian Gardens, and then down over the point, and then down, and then the North Rim is up this ridge through there, all the way up to the top. That's where we'll be running tomorrow and back on Friday. Hey everybody, this is James Murphy, and I am checked in here at the Grand Canyon, and this is beautiful room 7121 at the Yavapai Lodge. I'm really impressed. You can see how awesome and clean it is. They have everything that you could need here, in the shower and soaps and everything else. And they got a nice twin bed action over here. They have extra pillows, iron, safe, all the normal accoutrements, as well as two nice double beds, a little bit of a view there, and then they have a nice TV, excuse all my stuff there, and a tiny little bar area with plenty of coffee machine and such. So it's a really beautiful, nice place to stay for 2 days, nice little view. Good morning everybody, it is 4:30 a.m. and I am here starting the journey. It's nice and windy, pretty cold, about 40 degrees. And turn off the headlamp here. You can just see the sun's coming up over the horizon, and It's going to be a great, great day. Thanks for all the love and support. All right, so here I'm not even 15 minutes down into the canyon, but the sun's coming up quick. Already had one fatality. The headlamp busted out. And once I got over the edge of the rim, all the wind was gone and it's warming up super quick. So it's going to be a heck of a day. And I think the heat's going to be the biggest factor. So we'll talk soon. Just another view of the early morning sun. Sunrise this morning is at 5:17. It's only about 4:40, I think. And doing good so far. Body feels great. And it's pretty amazing there's this much light almost an hour before sunset. I did hit my goal, which is I've only passed 3 hikers on the way down, which is great because I was hoping to kind of have my own space coming down, my own time, which I am. So you can see how quick the canyon's lighting up just by the reflection off the rock wall there. And we'll keep the postings coming. All right, so not sure if you can see it, but there's it's been about 30 minutes. It's 5 a.m. and there's the 1.5-mile rest area, restrooms and outhouses there. And you can see that the stone has turned considerably more red from here as we move down through the layers. And our body's feeling good. And so still got a long ways to go, but sun's slowly working its way up, and it's going to still continue to be a beautiful morning. But I'm sweating already and hydrating really well still, using these great Nun tablets to get me there. And we'll keep on keeping on. All right, so here it is. It's 5:16, almost sunrise. The good thing is you can see how far I've come down in the first 45 minutes or so. And the sun's going to take a while to get around the ridges here once it comes up, which is nice because that means I'll have shade as I go down into, you can see right down there, that's Indian Gardens. So should have some shade down there. My goal is to stop every hour to do a little self-care, eat a little something. So we'll talk to you in about another 15 minutes or so. Enjoy the view. Hey, it's me again. Just a quick note. One of the really cool things about the canyon is you can see, when I showed you before, I was in the deep, dark red rust rock formations. And now all of a sudden, as I'm coming down, you can see how it's turned back to really light again as we're coming down. Hope this video turns out okay. It's the first one I'm trying here. But you can see also how well maintained the trail is. This is the Bright Angel Trail here coming down. And it's really well maintained for the volume of traffic that it has with rocks and such. So for those of you who have concerns about running or doing some of that, coming up and down, you can see a lot of it is really well maintained and pretty safe on both sides. So, and you can see we're going to drop into a new layer here in just a second, or maybe you can't, but just a fun thought. All right, so here we go. We're coming up to the 3-mile rest house, and there's actually an emergency house here and an emergency phone. Let's go up and check it out. I've been hiking for about an hour, or kind of trotting downhill for about an hour. And I know watching YouTube videos, there's actually a gal who's used the rest house here. And I do believe there's even a cache here of emergency supplies like water and such. I'm not sure, but I think that's it right there in the metal box. And she said the code was 333. I'm not sure if that's still valid or not, but it's a nice little covered rest house here, as you could see there. And as we come up, they do have restrooms around the corner. So I guess it's not a code lock, but they have water here as well, which is awesome. I need to fill up on my water. And we'll just walk up around the corner give you a shot of the restrooms up there. So they're nestled in the trees right there. And so this is the 3 Mile Rest House. I'm gonna stop, take a breather, take my my pills here, my Succeed caps, and have a quick bite to eat, and we'll talk again. All right, I'm still at the rest house, but I just got to take a video of this really crazy wild plant. Look at this thing. It's just, it looks like it's the flower of the cactus here, and or of this bush, and it's just absolutely stunning. Yeah, it's an aloe vera, I think, or some form of that, if you see down there. And look at that flower. Isn't that something? Here it is, just right in the middle of the canyon. And it's so beautiful and bright green. It's probably, I don't know, 15, 16 feet tall. Twice of me at least. But there it is. Just had to share. All right, I know I'm here at the rest area still, but one last view. Watch this. Is that not stellar and beautiful, or what? The sun's coming out and it's shining on the top of the peak. That is just absolutely gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Off we go. All right, so the funny thing about the canyon, right? When I started up on top, it was windy. Probably they said gusts up to 30 miles an hour. And then I came down the hairpins, and it was windless as could be, way overheated. And now that I'm coming down out of that, the box canyon up there, now that I'm coming down out of here, the wind is kicking up like crazy again, as I'm coming down into Indian Gardens, which is right there, just right above the space there. So one of the interesting things about the canyon is you never want to take it for granted, because it's the weather, because it can change in a heartbeat. When my wife and I came here 13 years ago, we went to bed, we woke up, there was 5 inches of snow on the ground. So you just always want to be prepared. More to come. So it's right about 6 a.m., about an hour and a half down, and you can see how far I've come the first hour and a half or so. We're kind of in this neat little wash right down here, coming through the bottom of the canyon here as I'm heading into Indian Gardens. And so not too bad, an hour and a half, hydrated, drinking tons of water, feeling good, and we'll keep you posted. So you can see this is pretty crazy coming into Indian Gardens. We go from the desert like to a little oasis in here. And we're just gonna stop, get water, and keep on running on. So, but it's really amazing how right here in the desert there's this oasis. It's really cool. A lot of people camp here and hike down for the day, do picnics, and go back up. And it's a beautiful, beautiful morning, as you can see. So this is as you come down through the bottom of Indian Garden. They have restrooms here. They got running water. They have a place for all the burros or the mules. Of course, the don't feed the squirrel sign. And we're just gonna grab some water and go from there. Looks like the water's on. All right, so I'm coming out of Indian Gardens. You can see the sun is just right there. We're gonna go from nice and chilled and cool to hot pretty quick. But I'm just gonna say this beautiful tree here is the greeter coming in, and it's the greeter going out. And you can see the wind kicking up there, kicking all the sand and the dust up on the trail. So we're gonna be entering into the wind zone here, but it's absolutely stunning as we go out in that flat point, the flat part here in the sun, to get out to that point and drop down to the Colorado River. So more to come. Thanks, tree. All right, so I guess Indian Gardens just never quits. But I thought this was a really cool little piece of hiking trail to show you here, coming out of Indian Gardens. It just kind of curves here along this rock face, and it's pretty cool. All right, so it's about 6:15. I've been running for about 2 hours and 15 minutes. This is still coming out of the bottom of Indian campgrounds. We dumped into a little canyon here, but you can hear the rushing water, and it's just absolutely stunning. The trail goes there around the corner. It looks like we get a reprieve from the sun for a little bit longer, but talk about just a change of scenery again. It's something new around every curve. It just keeps getting more and more beautiful. Hey, here we go. Nice little river crossing problem. Try to keep the feet dry. It looks like we can do it coming across. But it's the beauty of the canyon. Every corner is something new. What I just say 10 paces ago? Every corner is something new. We'll try to keep our feet dry. All right, so it's about 6:30. I'm gonna stop for a minute. I found a nice place in the shade here. Thought I'd give you a view. And came from right there on the trail. And a couple other runners just passed me. They're going back up to the north. They came to the south, north to south, and then south back to north. But it's just absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna stop, eat for a second, take my succeed caps here, stay hydrated and healthy, and proceed along the way. So as I was sitting here looking, I do believe that this right up here is the part that they call the battleship. And this is, I believe, part of where the Kaibab Trail comes down over here, up along that other ridge. So, but isn't that view just stunning? Just look at that for a second. See, this is the beauty of the unexpected. Here I thought I was going to get dumped in the sunshine, and I get tons of extra shade as I go down in the box canyon here, and then we go up over the side and back down through. What a gift. That's the beauty of actually experiencing things instead of just seeing them on a map or paper. When you do them, yeah, there's stuff that doesn't work out your way, like busting your headlamp this morning, but there's stuff that does work out that you're unexpected. Beautiful little bonuses like having extra shade. So more to come. All right, so it's about 7 a.m. and I'm in this really, really cool box canyon. If you can see this, it's all really, really cool. And some people said, hey James, how come you're going down the Bright Angel Trail instead of down the South Kaibab? Because this trail, the Bright Angel, is about 1.5 miles longer. And this is the reason why. I've only had about 2 people pass me going down, and maybe 1.5 dozen coming up from Indian Gardens and then from Phantom Ranch. And so basically I get to experience this whole place pretty much by myself. So you can hear me echo in the canyon, and it's just a beautiful space. So more to come, as always. So here's a little known fact. Unless you read the plaques up at the top of the canyon, which is, I think it was in the 1930s, they actually strung telephone cables all the way down from the south rim all the way up to the north rim. It was quite an incredible feat. And just a couple places along the route here, you can still see the old telephone wires. And you can see they're literally just a post there with the wire. And there's a second one a little bit farther down with some of the old cord in it still. And it was quite an engineering feat so that they could communicate back and forth between the north and the south rim. So just an interesting fact about the canyon and the few man-made structures that you'll find in here other than the bridges. Really nice way to celebrate the end of mile 8. Coming down through here, listening to the nice brook, stream, whatever. Little mountain river as we go around the corner. Just finished mile 8, and it's a little after 7 o'clock, so we've been about 2.5 hours in, and still just enjoying the heck out of it. Feet are feeling good, legs are feeling good. All right. So, little update. We're about at mile 8.5. Got a nice little waterfall, little emergency phone station here on this side. I do think there's water in there. I have plenty, so I'm not gonna go over. I'm just gonna keep on keeping on. But it's a beautiful spot. As you can see, I think the Colorado River is probably coming up pretty quick. So, but it's beautiful to hear the sound of the water. And, oh wow, look at all these birds up here. I don't know if you can see them on the camera flying around, but it's pretty incredible. Yep, hey, there's the Colorado River. You're seeing it for the first time just like me. There it is. All right, there it is, first sight of the Colorado River. And look at all those cool birds swarming around. I'm sure they're having breakfast with all the insects. It's mile 8.5. This is just a pace after that little rest area there. And we're gonna head around the corner and see what else is coming, but just take a view at this for a second. Just amazing. Absolutely beautiful. And on we go. So I, like many people, was under the misconception that the Grand Canyon, all of it was actually carved out of the Colorado River. But I was reading some yesterday that actually some of the oldest rock at the bottom of the canyon is 1,800 million years old. So there's actually 2 big tectonic plates that met right here that created the Grand Canyon. And then if I recall correctly, the canyon has only been eroded away by the Colorado River. It was either the last 6 or 60 million years. I think it was 6 million years. The Colorado River has been going through it to continue to carve it out. But originally, that's why there's so many different geological layers, and it's such a treasure trove for geologists who are trying to study the inner plates and the inner workings of the earth, because they get access to rocks that are so old. So just another fact, another piece of trivia here as we parallel the Colorado River for a little bit before we break over into Phantom Ranch, which should be pretty soon. So since we're at about 8.5 miles. All right, so it is 7:30 on the nose, 7:32. Just came around the corner and look what I see, the suspension bridge. Yahoo, yahoo, yahoo. And look at that beautiful river. Life is good. About 3 hours down to the bottom, 3 hours and 15 maybe by the time I get over and across. And Phantom Ranch, 3.5 hours. Well, actually, 4:30 to 7:30, not too bad. And had a couple stops on the way, and I'll just do all my self-care then. I know I'm pushing past there every hour, but that'll be okay. I'll stop there for a bit and water up, fuel up, and Succeed cap up, electrolyte up, and awesome. Great day so far. All right, so I'm just saying, that was a rough patch. There was a lot of heat, a lot of sun already, and there was a lot of sand. I gotta remember next time to put some beach runs on the training list, because this is just super fine sand. Look at this. This is just like crazy. Look, it's just like the beach. It's super fine, and boy, is it fun to walk on. So gotta remember to put some of that in the training plan, and happy to be back in the shade. Not quite at the bridge. This is a really part of the canyon right here, because it's where 2 of the layers meet, and you can see the intermingling, especially on these big rocks, of the red and the black stone. And it's really just magnificent. You can see some of the almost vertical runs in the rock where they just came up through the earth straight up. And you can see they're almost just straight sideways up to the sky. It's just absolutely stunning, the differences in the rock with the red and the dark black. It's absolutely beautiful. All right, here's the gratuitous go across the river video. Here we go. Just look how amazing the river is. Through the sunshine there, you can see Phantom Ranch and the other bridge, which comes down from the Kaibab Trail. So good morning, time check. It's 8 o'clock and I am on the South Kaibab Trail. Now we're off the Bright Angel Trail, coming away from the Colorado River, and we're coming up on Phantom Ranch. The Garmin just buzzed 10 miles. And you can start to see some of the cabins here around the corner. So we're gonna come in, take a break, get some food and water, and then I'm afraid the easy part's done, all the downhill, and now there's nowhere to go but up. So we'll keep bringing you updates, but isn't this gorgeous? It's another little oasis right here in the middle of the canyon. Talk soon. And it looks like we have officially arrived. Phantom Ranch welcomes me. Yahoo. Oh my God, Emmanuel. This is for you, baby. This is the biggest fig tree I have ever seen in my life. Look at the size of these figs. They are huge. Now this is a big fig tree that we should have in our backyard. Look at how big this fig tree is. It is just ginormous and beautiful. Talk about a hardy tree to live down here in the canyon. Oh my God, so many figs. It's just gorgeous. All right, so had a nice break at Phantom Ranch, and we're on the north side of Phantom Ranch now, and we are starting up the canyon. So I've decided I think I'm just gonna hike from here, and don't know if I'll do some running, but I pulled out the hiking poles and we're just gonna enjoy the day and keep on keeping on from here. So I'm nervous about the heat, but other than that, everything's feeling good. Body's feeling good, I'm feeling good. Hydrated pretty well, I think, and we're going on. So it's an 8:30 check-in video, and sorry about that sunshine there, but it's absolutely a stunning view from the canyon here. I have a feeling things are going to get a little mundane maybe here, just going straight up this canyon, but we'll see. So we'll keep on keeping on. All right, so here's the first bridge coming up the north rim. It's a nice little steel bridge. You can see it's a pretty view as we're coming up the canyon here, and we're maybe about 11.25 miles. So, and of course we have to have the gratuitous coming across the bridge video. Beautiful beautiful river coming in. Got a rim to rim runner coming back down, and Here's a great example over here you can see of how the rock comes straight up. So we're coming through the canyon again, still on the north rim. And this was just really cool. Look at those two huge boulders there. What a sight that would have been to see them come tumbling down off of way, way up there. Come tumbling all the way down and then lodge themselves right there up against that little tree. That would have been a heck of a beautiful sight to see. Scary, but and the trail just keeps coming around. You can see more of the telephone wires here, where they strung the telephone wires. And I guess I'll just give you a little bit of a walking tour here real quick as well. It looks like we're just gonna keep going up the canyon here. We got some nice shade, and we're just gonna keep on keeping on up through the canyon. All right, so I should have kept the video going because this is literally right around the corner. 10 seconds after I stopped the video and put the phone back in my pocket. But it's a beautiful view. Bridge number 2 here. And still have the wonderful little brook here next to us. And I would say things were going to look the same, but it doesn't look like they are. So we're just going to keep on going up and around the corner and continue on. All right, so it's about 9 a.m. and we just keep going up the canyon here. And it's absolutely beautiful. This is looking back from the way I came. Really, we're just in this huge canyon. Woo! And feeling good, but I could be running a lot of this. A kind of a nice trot since it's kind of level flat uphill, but I'm really nervous about the heat of the sun, and so I'm just going to keep hiking. Got the hiking poles out and going at a good clip, keeping my heart rate under 130, and we're just going to keep going. So, beautiful day. Not many people on the trail yet, and we'll talk to you soon. Take 2. So, I was curious. It's about, 9 o'clock, I think. And I was curious, when I was researching rim to rim and rim to rim to rim, why most of the people had vintage footage, or not vintage, but just footage of the South Rim. And I was curious why that was. And I think it's because coming down the South Kaibab or the Bright Angel, you really have the big, large, sweeping vistas, the huge scenic, just grand views. And when you start to come up the North Rim, really you're just in a canyon most of the way. So it's a different beauty. I mean, it's like you got to keep remembering to look up because everything is so high as you're coming through the canyon here. And so it's just a different beauty and a different need to look. But it's still just as stunning and just as gorgeous. So we'll keep on, but the sun's starting to be more and more frequent, so hydration's key. All right, so here is a mile 13 panoramic view from our progress so far to the North Rim from the start of the Bright Angel Trail. Woohoo! Celebrate mile 13. There we go. We're over halfway done because it's only about 24 and a half miles. And within the next 2 miles or so should be Ribbon Falls, and that'll be exciting. All right, so once again, looking for some different forms of beauty in the canyon here. Although sometimes it's nice to look back. Look at that view. Isn't that something with the blue of the sky? Isn't that something? And then if you just look down, I don't know if you can see it, but right down there is an awesome little prickly pear with a sweet little flower on it. It's really, really pretty. So there is beauty here in the North Rim. It's just a different kind of beauty as you're kind of just surrounded by rock. Kind of Mother Earth nestling you in here as you slowly grind your way up. And I'll just end on that stunning view. All right, so here's about the 14-mile bridge. We're about 13 miles, just went on forever because I stopped and took a break. But here's the next gratuitous bridge crossing, and it's out in the nice sunshine. So here we go, but you can hear and probably hear the wind, and I'm certainly feeling it, which I am absolutely loving because it's helping to keep me cool. I'm really encouraged because the majority of coming down this way has all been shade, and so I wasn't sure what to expect running down tomorrow. But even with it being so late at like 9:30, approaching 10 o'clock, to have so much of the North Trail be in the shade is really fantastic, because that means at least 14 miles down is going to be nice and cool. So I'm excited about that. And look what's on the other side of the bridge. Another nice little chasm Mother Nature's going to nestle me in as I go through, and can't wait. It's wonderful. Now we're in the sun, feeling the heat as we come up to the next gratuitous bridge and bridge crossing coming up the North Rim. There's still a nice breeze, but oh boy, when you're in the sun, it gets toasty fast and hot. Look at these black rocks. I really have a fascination with these dark black rocks. They're really interesting. I'll have to look up how old they are on the walk along the rim, but it's pretty cool. There, now you can hear and feel the wind a little more, but thank goodness we're going to get some shade here on the other side. So sending everybody all my best, and we'll see you in a little bit again. Yes, it's time for the 10 a.m. check-in, and look at this. We got some nice telephone wire all bundled up right there. As you can see right here, the telephone line there, and looks like we're finally gonna be coming out of the canyon a little bit, the Box Canyon. So it's a beautiful, beautiful view, nice big vista there, and we're gonna take a picture of that and charge on. So it's about 10:15, and this is another cool little like walk-through place, kind of snuck back here by the canyon. Had a little gecko friend come out to run with me for a second there. They are all over the place, and they're kind of fun. So the breeze has been nice, and hopefully it'll continue whenever we get the shade and when we're out in the sun, because it does help cool things down. But we're getting close to Ribbon Falls. We have to be. I think it's a mile 15 and a half, and I just buzzed a mile 15, so we should be coming up pretty soon. I'll let you know when we're there. Now here's a pretty view. Finally we get a big wide open panoramic view. Here, look at that. Isn't that just stunning? As we come up the ravine here, it's about 10:20. This is the only little patch of shade underneath this nice tree here, so I'm gonna take my quick water and food break and then continue on my way. Here's another one of those crazy flowers coming out from this cactus here, and this one's even bigger than the one before. It's probably 20 feet tall. It's huge. And you know what the funny thing is about this? There's bees on it. Who would have thought there were bees out here in the desert? But nature is a many splendid thing, and it's pretty amazing, pretty cool. Beautiful view looking back behind, and that's the view looking ahead. I just stopped for a little bit of shade and a little bit of rest. I'll let you look at this view, it's a lot prettier. And right at about mile 16, and now it's kind of the tricky time, right? Because I'm 2/3 of the way done. I'm 2/3 of the way out of all my water, and There's not another water station for a mile, mile and a half or so. And this is kind of where the body starts shutting off a little bit. You start getting tired, not picking up your feet as much. And it's always good to remember to eat, right? At least 200 calories an hour or so. I'll talk more about what a whole food plant-based guy eats on a trek like this to stay healthy and keep my strength up. And at the same time, you know, the heat is kind of brutal. It sneaks up on you. So the key is just to avoid overheating more than anything. Water conservation, water usage, appropriate usage of the water you have, and then making sure you're still feeding your body. Because in the heat, your brain will tend to shut that down. Or your body shuts down. You forget to eat and you forget to drink. So you tend to lose those signals or pass them up because you get tired. So this is a good point to stop and reflect on that, and we'll keep on. Just another magnificent panoramic view. All right, so it's kind of funny. This is the part of the trail today, like every race, where you're out in the middle of nowhere. There's nobody around. It's hot as can be. And it is just a mental struggle. You can just see the trail all the way over there, out in front. There's nobody around. The heat's just burning down with that 25-degree difference in the canyon. And it's just kind of a no man's land of heat. And so it's just kind of interesting. Everybody always tells the happy parts of the videos, right? About, oh yeah, hey, it's the bridge. Hey, look, happy campers. Well, this is the part that's the mental, emotional challenge, which is why we do it. To overcome this part, which is probably why I'm talking to you. So I'm not talking to myself inside my head. But look at that view. Oh my God. I just looked up and noticed that. Look at that view. Holy cow. That is just spectacular. And you can see hope on the horizon, the top of the North Rim, but it is a long ways away. Somewhere over there. But for now, the mental focus is just put one foot in front of the other and get through this heat. But that deserves one more look because it is just stunning. All right, so hey, here's the deal. I am at Ribbon Falls. Not sure if you can see it, but it is literally right there, I think. And there's a sign back there that says that the bridge is out. And it's been removed. And if you want to go see Ribbon Falls, basically you got to hike cross country. I'm opting not to do that for two reasons. One is I don't want to hike across country. And the second one is I only have about a half a bottle of water left. So, on safety's sake, I'm just going to sit here for a minute in the shade. I found a little piece of shade, so I'm just going to sit here and enjoy the view, take a few sips of water, and then continue on. For those of you who are interested, we're at like mile 16 3/4. And here's a little bit better view of Ribbon Falls. It's really pretty with all the green algae on there and the way the wind is spraying the water coming off the rock. That'll have to be for another trip, another time. This video is just for the express purpose of allowing you to hear how much wind there is, but what a blessing it's been to help keep me cool. It is getting windy the higher we go, and the elevation is certainly starting as we kick in these last 7-8 miles. But boy, does it feel good. Woo-wee! All right, I am just absolutely convinced that this North Rim Trail The North Kaibab is just the armpit of the Grand Canyon. It is just never ending and relentless with the heat. And oh my God, is it demoralizing. But push on. This is the part that we always love when we gotta dig deep, right? Well, this is it. I thought it was it before, but nope, this is it now. All right. All right, so do you want to talk about heaven amongst hell? This is it. We just came up, turned a corner, and look at all this beautiful water. Oh my goodness. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Just took a nice little dip with my do-rag and cooled down the palms of my hands and my face, and oh, I feel like a new man. It's gorgeous here. I just found a nice little picnic table, and look at that, nicest thing ever. I was totally out of water the last mile and a half, and from the stream, before the stream, and I was able to fill up nicely here. Now some people ask, hey James, you know, what does a whole food plant-based guy eat to do something like this? And you know, it's kind of funny because the body can only assimilate, here let me turn it around here, the body can only assimilate about 200 calories, 250 calories an hour. So I got a little bit of everything. I'm munching on these nice homemade little burritos, just tortilla with some refried beans in them. That's what I really was jonesing for, actually. Got a little bit of quinoa action here. I'm gonna save that for tomorrow. I get nothing from that. I got some tofu in here, even though it's supposed to be refrigerated. I got some tofu in here for some good protein tonight. And then, you know, I'm a big fan of Prolon, so I got a bunch of Prolon bars. And I'm a big fan of Tahoe Trail bar, so I got some Tahoe Trail bars. And then I do have a couple of the little junky things. I got a few sport beans with caffeine, and I did have some Sprouts espresso coffee beans, or espresso beans, but I ate all those. But other than that, I use Succeed caps here. Got some Succeed caps for tomorrow. And my Recoverite Hammer Nutrition Recovery drink. Recoverite for tonight. I'm packing food for tomorrow too, so I got a few more burritos in there. And that's what a whole food plant guy packs in his pack to eat. Oh, and I got a few nun tablets here. And then, so that's always good too. All right, so this is looking back down at Cottonwood. You can see the little cabin there. The wind's starting to gust up again pretty good as I get higher in the elevation. And this is one of the cool things again. Look how dark and red the clay is. Now if you turn around here and you look at the trail, look, it just changes color. Just like that. As we move to a new rock sedimentary layer, it just changes colors. Isn't that like so cool? Fun things you see. And on that note, just as I was turning off, we just hit mile 19, so 5 to go. Yahoo! Oh no, maybe I just missed the bridge crossing. Anyway, this is the back end of the bridge if I missed it. So this is the Manzanita rest area. Pretty nice. Celebrating about 20 miles now. So we got about 4 miles up to the top. You can just see it through there. Somewhere up there is the end. So, but hopefully we'll get out of this wind a little bit. It's been nice, the wind, because it's been a tailwind, but it's still been kind of hard, just because it's the wind. Hello, wind. But a beautiful view. Let's keep imagining I'm on top of Mount Everest. everybody. Here's a nice check-in. It's 1:30. I've been doing this since 4:30. So that's 9 hours. We're in the home stretch. We got about 3.5, maybe 4 miles left. Absolutely beautiful little waterfall there. I don't think you can see it down in there. Nice little stream. But this wind is kicking my butt. The weather report said gusts of up to 33 miles an hour, and they're not kidding. There's rock and dust and stuff flying just everywhere. So the bottom line is, I guess the view is worth it, and I'm not on a timetable, so we'll just keep on nice and easy and remembering to hydrate and eat. Scary part. So here we go. Not sure if this is recording because of the Bluetooth, but we're past mile 22. We're in the home stretch. And from the looks of it, it's going to be all uphill. This is kind of a cool little place to go up. So it's definitely breathtaking and amazing. All right, so this is apparently a place called the Grotto. We're at about 23.3 miles. And I guess the next bridge is right up here between the red and the white. So from here we basically have about 2 more miles to go. So for some reason I was thinking it was 23.5, but I guess it's 25.5. So still got a lot of vertical feet, as you can tell, to go here in the last 2 miles. All right, I think this is the last gratuitous bridge video that we have here. You can see we're almost there. We're going up to the top. There's a few people in front of me. And we got a nice break in the sun from some clouds. And the view from here is just stunning though. Absolutely stunning. This makes the North Rim worth it. All right, so here we are, 24.25. It's about 3:15. Almost been 11 hours, and I am gassed. Oh my God, if you would ask me how long it was gonna take, I would have said I would have been up by 3 or 4. Maybe I'll still be up by 4. Since I only got about a mile left. Woohoo! I didn't think it was gonna take me 11 to 12 hours. But I have been stopping to take a bunch of videos. These last 5 miles have been really tough, but boy, they've been worth it in terms of beauty. So look at this, there's a little ring coming out of the rock here. Ooh, look, it's Lord of the Rings picture, woo! Anyway, but absolutely beautiful. Wouldn't trade the day for anything, even though I'm gassed, I'm pooped. It's a long ways to the top still.
What?
It's a long way to the top still. Fuck, seriously? Excuse my mouth, sorry. Alright. Alright, here's the Red Rock Tunnel. I guess we have them on both sides. Alright. So just made it through the Supai Tunnel. Had a nice water stop with a couple gentlemen. And we're back off up the trail. I think he said I got about 1.7 miles left. So we're still going. And it's just all straight up. So I think the last 1.7 is going to be a doozy, but we're taking our time and did the Uberman cool off thing, and we're making it work, making it happen. Hasta la vista, baby. But it's beautiful. Back to quiet time with myself on the trail. Still taking it a snail's pace, but that's all right. Life's good. Blessed to have my family and my health and be able to have the means to come and do something like this. Such beauty. Wind's picking up again, but it's nice to be in the shade. Here's another real cool example of the rock layers just changing. Red to white there, rust color to white, same over there. And not a whole lot left, I don't think. I don't know, we'll see. I just keep thinking one more switchback. One more switchback, pick your feet up, one more switchback. And it's not gonna get done with me just standing here. So, this is where we dig deep. But look at that stunning view. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. All right, so we are at the Cocochina Overlook. I think from here I have 0.7 of a mile left. You can see through the trees up there. I think we're getting close to done. The wind's picking back up, but at least we still have the shade. I'm gonna start my recovery drink. One of the reasons why I think it's taken me so slow, besides I've gone so many miles, is this last bit is just like walking on sand. It's like, if you look down here, it's just like powder dust. It's just, and on the trail, it's just caked. Sometimes the poles sink all the way into the baskets. It's just kind of crazy, but we're doing good. Things are beautiful here. Soak up the view for a second. I'm gonna get my drink and get moving because I'm gonna get cold real quick. All right, and boom, just like that. You can see the top of the trail. There's light in between the trees. And I think boom, just like that. Came around a hairpin. And this is it, the last 30 yards, 40 yards. And we're halfway done, can you believe it? What an adventurous day. Thanks for letting me share it with you. Thanks so much, God bless you all. There it is. I'm gonna save this moment for myself. I'll take a video at the top. All right, so hey guys, I forgot to take a picture of me finishing, but I did. Started to get too cold, so I got 1.7 miles here to get over to the lodge and check in. It's 5 o'clock, so hopefully I'll make good time. Check in and get some food so I can get to sleep to get up and come and do it tomorrow. So sending you all the best. I made it. Woohoo! Prologue. The little bridle trail, 1.7 miles to walk to the lodge after you hit the Kaibab trailhead. It's really absolutely a pretty pasture. And it's amazing how fast you can go once you're not walking in sand uphill with vertical feet. So I'll be there in no time. But It almost looks like something just out of a movie, kind of the Lord of the Rings-ish or something. It looks really, or Hunger Games. It just looks really cool. So just wanted to share. End of prologue. So welcome to my cute little cabin. I'm in 113. Look at how cute this little cabin is. Boom, little desk. Boom, queen bed. Boom, don't go in there. Boom, little bathroom. Little shower. And then boom, cute little bunk. That's it. It's so cute. Perfect for a single guy. All right, everybody, you can't really see, but I'm at the top of the North Rim. It's about 5 a.m. I'm way behind today where I wanted to be, but the wind was freaking me out. It was howling so much. I was so cold I didn't want to get out of bed. So I'm taking off before people come, but it's going to be another great day. I think the view says enough for itself. And that's where we're going. So here we are. We just came down. We're going through the Supai Tunnel again. It's more fun coming down than up, but I can just say it's kind of fun. Look at these rock walls coming out of here. Isn't that just magnificent? And then of course you got the great view. And surprise, surprise. It's your first bridge video of the day coming back from north to south. Come out here on the bridge and look at that nice ravine underneath us that we're going down and going through. Isn't that nice? Beautiful day. It's supposed to be cool today. I don't think any more than about 64, they said, so hopefully the clouds will stay and it'll be 64 all day. That'll be perfect hiking and running weather. And hey everybody, look, we are back at the grotto. You can see from this side, it must be a stunning waterfall that comes through here and cascades down. The way the water's washed out there, it must just be stunning when it rains quite a bit. So, but it's a pretty neat place. They call it the grotto. This is a really cool shot where you can see how the trail goes right there around that rock and drop off. It's been about 1 hour, 6:07. Feeling good. All right, so it's a 6:30 check-in. This is how far down I've come. I think the GPS says, it doesn't say, oh, 5.5 miles. 5.5 miles or so. Here's that beautiful falls. And I don't know if you can see these lines, but this actually goes down to a helicopter pad at the bottom. I don't know if that's how they get people out or what the deal is, but it's kind of interesting. So beautiful waterfall there. As you can see, the trail just continues to go down. We're really lucky here with the clouds this morning. It's keeping it cool, and it's only get cold when I stop, so things are good. All right, so this is kind of a neat video view. You can see the trail comes down around the corner and then around, and that takes us down into Cottonwood Canyon, or I don't know if it's Cottonwood Canyon, but Cottonwood Campground, and that's the next place to fill up with water. So, and then we get into the Box Canyon. So this pretty much ends the elevation of the North Rim, going straight up, and now we dump into that hell no man's land I talked about from yesterday. And I think we're gonna get this wind is coming right at our face, but we'll see. So that was the last bridge in the Manzanita Cottonwood. Had a good break there. It's been 2 hours, right about 7:06. The sun's coming over the canyon here, and now we're heading back into the Box Canyon. This is just a few moments later. I don't know if the camera will ever do it justice, but it's just stunningly beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Just a quick, beautiful view from the trail. All right, made it down here to Cottonwood. It's almost 8 miles. And gotta say, going downhill is so much nicer than going uphill. But the sun's coming out, so it's a race against the sun as always. So I'm back in my favorite little watering hole. Just got some nice cool water going, and a couple other hikers coming through, but beautiful place to stop and rest and cool down for a minute. And we just keep going down. All right, so here's my 8:30 check-in. Just finished the next bridge. I think we made it out of the heat. And now we're just down into the canyon here, nestled in the walls where we'll be away from the sun for a while. So mission accomplished. Continue to have an awesome day. Almost done by Phantom Ranch. So we're about 3/4 of a mile outside of Phantom Ranch, making great time. It's 9:30 or so, and just going to be another beautiful, stunning day. Just can't get over the beauty here. Hey, sweetie. How's lunch? How's lunch? Good? And this marks the way back. There we go, the famous suspension bridge. It's just as long as it needs to be. I forget how long it is, but it's just as long as it needs to be. And look at that beautiful river. Just stunning. We're going to be leaving the Colorado in just a little bit, but here's another beautiful view. And thank God for this wind today. Let's keep us nice and cool. Hey, so here's the Colorado River again. You can see some people down there on their boats doing the river rafting tour. I think you have to reserve that a couple years in advance or something. It's crazy. 10 years in advance, 5 years, I'm not sure. But it's a pretty amazing trip. Love to do that someday on the bucket list. And still coming along the river here. We haven't actually started up through the canyon yet. We just go along here for about a mile or so, and then we start to head up towards Indian Gardens. So there you go. There's the top. And you can just see how windy this is. Look at this. It is just windy as can be. Coming up the canyon here. It's blowing up mini dust storms and everything. But it's keeping us cool. And of course, sometimes you got to watch out for traffic and any presents they leave, obviously. What a hot, dusty way to go down the canyon. All right, so it's almost noon. We're making our way up, but rewarded with a beautiful view. Absolutely stunning. Look at that nice rock shelf up there. Pictures never quite do it justice. Look at this view. It's been about 19 miles. Still waiting to try to figure out where Indian Gardens is, if we're close or not. We should be, but we just keep going uphill. This is where perseverance and determination fit in. These are those moments where you think, oh my gosh, if I can do this, I can do anything. All right, so we're still working our way through up to Indian Gardens. I don't know if you can see, but there's a tiny little house way up there. That's where we have to go still. Look at that. Some happy feet there. Just kind of chilling out, getting elevated. We're here at the top of Indian Gardens. And as you can see there, it says South Rim, 4.5 miles. Yep, longest 4.5 miles of the day. But it's nice here, and things are really, really sweet. So it's nice, and it's got a live deer over there. Can't really see, but the canyon you can see behind me is just stunning and beautiful still. And we've been going now for 8 hours. Started at 5 and it's about 1 o'clock, so hitting the home stretch here. But it's a beautiful day. When you can see over there on the clock, as you can see on the clock there, it says a little over 80 degrees. So, which is about right. So look at a surprise Mother Nature gave us just coming out of Indian Gardens. I got the Garmin charged up and the weather, or not the weather, but got the Garmin charged up and the weather's been crazy. Look at these beautiful prickly pear flowers. They're just stunning. Very pretty. And since nature likes variety, there's some yellow ones too. And this is what we have to look forward to. Somehow there's a trail in there up to the top, the last 4.5 miles. Woohoo! Well, here we are. I think we're making some decent speed. We're at mile 21.5, and so maybe got, I don't know, 3 or 4 miles left. I just thought I'd stop in the shade for a second and admire the view. The wind's a blessing, but it's so strong sometimes it's kicking up the sun like a sand, or the sand like a sandblaster. So one of the good tips for the day is it's good to wear a hat like one of these. Hey, there I am. Because boy, when that wind blows, it's amazing. So just enjoy that view for a second. Wow, stunning. I need to find a new adjective, but there you go. Hey, so there's 3 Mile House. That means we got 3 miles left. We made it in about an hour, made an hour and a half up. There's the goal. That's it up there. Yahoo. All right, just a quick shade break. Look at that stunning view. So I think we're just shy of the 1.5 mile water break, but look at that stunning view from the shade here. Absolutely incredible. All right, so there's the 1.5 miles, whatever it is, water stop, bathrooms, whatever. Stopping to take a break away from the crowds in the shade. And I just cannot get over this view. Just look at how incredibly stunning that is. No picture will ever do it justice, but holy cow. This is the beauty of setting a goal and making it come true. Little magic moments like this. Absolutely amazing. Glad to share it with you. So we are in the home stretch. It's hard to believe. Less than 1.5 miles left. And look at this. We're almost there. Oh, and there's a lovely break in the shade. And look at these beautiful fig trees. Oh my goodness. It's amazing. Absolutely beautiful. At least I think they're figs. They look like figs. Anyway, just take a look at that view. Now that I made you dizzy. Wow. And to think I went all the way across yesterday and today. Wow. Wow. So here we go. You can see the endless switchbacks, and we are in the middle of them. And here's the second bridge. Most people forget that there's actually 2 bridges, or tunnels. I mean, not bridge, tunnel. There's actually 2 tunnels on the Bright Angel Trail. This is the second one, the short one. It's down quite a ways from the first one. But the first one is usually what most people videotape, and it's almost right away. So hey, look, we're almost there. Look, you can see the tunnel. There's the tunnel right there in the house. We're almost there. Start at 5 a.m. Almost there. All right, so it's one of my last videos. We're almost there, around the corner.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, how you doing? This is James Murphy with Evolution for Success. And as you can tell, I am back home, and yes, I did finish. I know it was a little interesting. I had the last little video clip right before this. I was like, hey, we're almost there. And then what happened that last 50 or 100 yards or so is basically I had an extra burst of energy and I ran up the rest. So I finished strong and had a really great emotional release moment. And the bottom line is the ending was really powerful, really passionate emotionally there for me, had a great emotional release. And the place was so busy up at the top of the Bright Angel Trail that I didn't do a video at the end. It was just a really intense, awesome, wonderful, powerful, emotional release and experience for me there. So sorry you got that kind of anticlimactic ending, but for me it was very climactic and the end to a wonderful, fantastic 2 days of 50 miles and over 22,000 feet up and down over both days. So thanks for watching the video. If you made it to this to the end here, I really want to say thank you again to my sponsor, Tahoe Trail Bar. You can still get 20% off if you go to their website, www.tahoetrailbar.com, and type in RIM2RIM, RIMTORIM, in the discount code. And I really want to thank them for their unending support for the 6 months of my training and supporting me here to the end with some good fuel for the journey. So if you need some good fuel for your journey, please check them out. But sincerely, last, I really want to make sure that I reach out and thank all of my clients for all their support, walking the walk, talking the talk, raising the bar to the next level for life and business, what's possible there. And of course, I couldn't have done it at all without the personal motivation and inspiration from my wife and my kids. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, I'm always happy to help anybody, especially if you're planning a trip to do rim to rim or rim to rim to rim and back again. Really happy to help out. So leave some comments below if you like what you saw, and continue to have an outstanding day. Keep running your race, and we'll talk to you soon.